Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To build a nation, to build an ummah, not necessarily you have to be the one who do it physically, or your name will be the one that is well known. Sometimes, and in many of the instances and times, it's actually through your action, helping somebody else, the result will be the same. Meaning, people don't know you. People don't recognize you. But you were an integral part of the success that someone else achieved. And in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will get the same reward. This actually applies to a couple of the women in history. One of them is actually the mother of Al-Imam Shafi'i. So who's Al-Imam Shafi'i? Famous scholar of Islam, and one of the founders of the four school of thoughts of fiqh. And he made a special contribution to the development of a new science in fiqh, which is usul al-fiqh, principles of fiqh. He was also a great scholar of knowledge, of poetry, and of lineage. So you wonder, and you always ask when you see a successful man, who was behind it? His hard work, his intelligence, maybe someone else helped? In case of Imam Shafi'i, the same case with Imam al-Bukhari was actually his mother. He actually grew up as an orphan, and his mother, Fatima bint Abdullah Azadiyya, she was actually from Gaza. She delivered him there, and soon after the delivery, the boy became an orphan. His father died at a very young age. So the challenges was not only she was a single mother, had a young boy, but also financially, there's a lot of constraints. She was young, she was beautiful, she could have easily get married, but she decided not to, and actually devote herself toward this young boy. He has a special gift that Allah gave him. And because he was such an intelligent boy and full of potentials to become a knowledgeable man, and she saw that in him from a young age, she devoted that she is going to support this boy, and she is going to do everything she can to get him to where she thinks he can. And the first thing she did, she moved out from Palestine, and she came to Mecca. Why is that? Because Mecca was the place where all the famous scholars lived there, and she wanted him to learn from the source. So she decided to take him to Mecca to spend time with the most famous and knowledgeable scholars. She traveled. In these harsh days, you can imagine how inconvenient circumstances were to travel, a woman single with her son, and it's not even safe was for her. But she did that because she believed in the cause, and she believed that this son will need that support, and she believed that Islamic education and make him a scholar is something very dear to her, important and needed. They were very poor, to the point she couldn't afford paying for a school, and reports say she couldn't even afford buying him a piece of paper. And one time he came to her asking her to buy him papers, and she said, I don't have it. Let's work on your memory, so you will use your memory as a paper. And this is one of the uniqueness and extraordinary ability of Imam Shafi'i, that he was described as his memory as photographic memory. His mother, Fatima, as I said, doesn't have a lot of money, but she would collect whatever she can, and she will give him and help him. He complained one day to her that they are not taking him seriously because he is not a paid student. Subhanallah. So she advised him, look at the support a mother, and look at the impact a mother can do to a son. And she told him, you can do it. They will take you seriously. Show them your ability, extra ability. Help the other students so they see it in you. And didn't take that long. They did see that, and they accepted him with a full scholar. Imam Ibn Hajar say that Imam Shafi'i mother, Fatima, was one of the great worshippers of Allah. This is for all of us to learn. Extraordinary things comes from Allah, and we need to be connected to Him. So He bestowed this on us. Imam ibn Hajar keeps saying she was the central role in Imam Shafi'i life as he grew up without his father. Her beautiful character affected him to be respectful to the female scholars, and he had female teachers, and he taught female students. Most famous narration of Imam Shafi'i mother was when she was with another woman once invited by a judge to the court as a witness, and the judge divided them. And then she quoted a verse from the Quran, which is in Surah Al-Baqarah, that you cannot do that. We need 2 woman witnesses. And he brought them back together. Teaches you and me that to bring up an educated scholars, I need to educate myself first. So the story of this woman, again, let's learn her name. Fatima bint Ubaydullah al-Azadiyya. It's a story of what? Story of struggle, true devotion, investment in the future, perseverance, and piety toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Imam Malik was one of the teachers of Imam Shafi'i, and he said to him, Ya Bunay, my young boy, I see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have gifted you through in your heart light. Don't extinguish this light with the darknesses of sins. The support of his mother, so the support of his teachers ended up in the famous Imam Shafi'i we all know now.